was jamming out to Megalovania as I was walking into the gym. Didn't play those games, but Toby Fox was on some shit when he wrote that song, dude. All of the songs, every single song I've heard from that game. Whew. Okay, shoulder day. I know it's shoulder day, but because of how bad my last chest day was and because of how unfulfilling it felt, I'm gonna be giving dumbbell bench press a second shot this week to try and, I don't know, do better. I'm gonna try the 80s, and then if I can't even get it up, I'm gonna ask for a spot. I know I can do it. I just know I can, okay? And I wasn't even able to get up to 70s by myself last week, so that means there's something was up, okay? Something was up. So that means giving it a second shot. Who knows what'll happen? I still might not be able to get it up, but we're gonna give it a shot. My logic, you might be asking, if you're new around here, no logic. Just I know I can and I wanna do it. Usually on shoulder day, you wanna start with a shoulder exercise because that's the point. But I was so pissed off that it kind of ruined my whole workout that day. And if I fail on it today, then it's not that big of a deal because it's shoulder day anyways. So let me go grab those. Should I like do a warm up first? I haven't done push-ups in forever, dude. What the hell? So easy. What's even the point? I've been pushing myself so hard that push-ups now don't really feel even slightly difficult, but they warm up the muscle. 1, 2. I genuinely have no idea how this is gonna go. I don't know, I feel if I can just get it up, I can do this. The problem is getting it up. And if I can't get it up, I know I can do this weight though. I don't know, I can feel it. Nope. Thank you. I got 2 more. Come on. Damn it. I knew it. Yes. 80 pounds acquired. That guy was super chill. Shout out. Very helpful. Okay, it's official. I did 2 on the 80s. That's probably genuinely my max. Like, hitting the 85 or anything above that would probably be impossible at this point. But holy shit, I did it. I fucking knew I could do it, dude. Whew, that's some heavy weight too. All right, so now we're gonna try and rep the 70s. This will be our 1 chest workout for the day since we maxed it out. And then we'll do shoulders, triceps, and we'll be all done. After my second rep on that, I was like, I feel like I could get 2 more. I could not get 2 more. I didn't even get 1 more. Never be afraid to ask for a spotter, it helps. That's kind of crazy now that I'm thinking about it. Those are 80 pounds. Some people weigh that much. I'm getting strong fast, guys. Hey, I don't know. I don't know if it's my regimen or genetics or combination of the 2 or just staying at it 6 days a week. Whatever it is, it's working. And doing 80-pound dumbbells at 125-pound body weight, that's 160 pounds. That's pretty crazy. I don't know. That's like even if you're like, well, I can do 80 pounds every day of the week, no matter who you are, 80-pound dumbbells is crazy. Like, that's cool. I can't get it up on my own yet, but we'll get there. All right, let's see if I can get these up today after doing that. Oh yeah. You know, after hitting a weight I've never done before, I'll take that. I got the weight up, I got a couple reps, I pushed past where I thought I was gonna fail. All of the above, very, very accomplished. So, I don't think I've ever actually talked about dumbbell bench press form on here. I'm not a genius when it comes to this stuff, but I do know the basics. So, let me relay to you what I know, and you can either correct me if you know better, or maybe learn something, who knows. You wanna keep your heels planted, right? A lot of people get on their tippy toes while they're doing it. A big thing is to keep your heels planted. just, I don't know, it's so you don't cheat yourself, basically. I don't like to arch my back because I'm not trying to like break any records or anything. I'm not trying to get like the weight, just get the weight up. No, I'm trying to get optimal form and stuff, right? If you're just trying to, you know, power lift, beat records, move the weight, that's all that matters, then do whatever is tournament legal. But we're not at a tournament here. What we are trying to do is move the weight as far of a distance as we can to optimize growth. And so you bring the dumbbell down to your chest, right? Let's say your thumb could stretch across your pec. That's where you stop, right? And you go up. The way I like to do it is I angle my hands in a little bit like this. When I get to the top, my hands are straight, right? But I angle it in just a little bit so I can get that correct positioning. It just works in my head. I don't know why. Whatever works for you, as long as you're going down to that angle, going all the way up. The hardest part of dumbbell bench press specifically is actually getting the weight to the starting position, which is actually at the top of the first rep. Because technically on a bench press, one rep consists of from top to bottom to top. That's one rep. So that whole setup, especially when you're doing it by yourself, if you're doing a max like I just did on the 80s, get a spotter. Try and do it yourself if you know what you're doing and you can be safe, but otherwise just get a spotter. It helps. Spotting on dumbbell bench press though is one of the hardest things to do, especially alone. Thankfully, the first time I did this, I had two people and they can both hand me the dumbbell at the same time. But it's kind of dangerous, especially like if one arm buckles or something, they're handing you one probably, so they have to like put that down and then help you. It's overall, two people's better, but one's fine, especially if you know what you're doing. I like to think I know what I'm doing. Sometimes I'm an idiot, but when it comes to the gym, I can handle my own, and I can usually gauge where I'm at. Like you saw in that scenario, I was able to hold the 80 up the whole time while he handed me the other 80. And then I went for my reps after he was out of the way, he had handed me everything, and so forth. All right, one more set of these, and then we'll do shoulder press. Oh yeah, like on normal bench press, right? If I was doing 160 on normal barbell bench press, that's fine. That's not that crazy, honestly, but barbell bench press is easier than dumbbell bench press. You can do more weight on it. That's just, your arms are working together. In this case, it's pretty cool. Okay, we're a little fatigued already because of, well, the exercise we just did. So I'm not gonna try and push it too hard. I'm just gonna grab the 40s, crank those out, 3 sets till failure. I kind of miss the handstand push-ups, but I've been seeing some exponential growth, and especially the rear delts and the overall roundness of my shoulders since I stopped doing them regularly. It sucks too because they're so cool. And they're really good for like thumbnails and engagement, you know, a little peek behind the curtain. People see that and they're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Sadly, these are just more optimal. Curse the God who made handstand push-ups less optimal than just free weights. Ooh, that would be, is that a machine? I don't know. I was just thinking about, I would love to be able to have my hands open while doing this and like have like a wire. I wonder if there's a wire machine for shoulder press. That's got to be a thing. I just wonder what it looks like. Ooh. Already extremely fatigued from the bench press. That's my thing, by the way. I don't know why it's my thing, but I've stopped doing this and just started doing this. I'm just opted to just crying a little bit after every set, you know. Helps take the edge off, I guess. You know, I didn't smoke cigarettes, I didn't vape, I didn't do any of that stuff in high school. All I had to take the take the edge off was lifting weights, I guess. Does that even count, or does that just count as like making the edge sharper? Ooh, I want to feel more pain. Fuck being numb. No alcohol, none of that. I didn't do shit. I was a loser, all right? And in high school, loser just means like a good kid. You know, it's so funny to look back, bro. I was just a good kid, and everybody, I didn't get picked on that much because thankfully, like my dad and a bunch of other people taught me how to like stand up for myself, but other than that, like, it sucked being the straight edge kid, but I just knew better, I guess. I don't know. My parents were never the type to like keep me away from things. They trusted me, and I tried not to break that trust. Kids, if there's any children watching this trying to get into fitness and stuff, the real challenge is like, just don't do stuff that destroys your body, dude. Don't be stupid. That goes for everybody in the world. Like, I understand that you don't like being told what to do, but alcohol and cigarettes and stuff are bad for you, dude. And if you don't care, who gives a shit? If you know and don't care, whatever, man. But like, when it comes to being fit and in the gym and stuff, if you want to be the best you can be, it just makes sense to not do the stuff that actively harms you. Another tangent, I've been seeing a lot of people outside of the fitness community talking about the diets that people put themselves through, whether it's a cut or a bulk or whatever, and people are like, that's an eating disorder. And I have a piece to say on this. I don't think it's an eating disorder. I think because it's an eating order. There's no disorder to it. It's so ordered, it's insane, right? You calculate every single thing for a result, not just to eat or not to eat. It's specifically for more muscle or more overall mass, less mass, higher protein intake. It's not a disorder. I'm not saying it's good. That's not at all. Lots of people take it way too damn far, but I don't think it's an eating disorder. It's exactly the opposite. That was a pretty good set. I feel that I didn't warm up, and my shoulders, or in this case the shoulders, but in any case other muscles are very stiff. But sometimes I just don't. Like, sometimes I don't warm up on bench press and I feel like I'm touching the grace of God. But then other times I don't warm up and it's like, where the hell did my chest go? 40 is nothing insane on the shoulder press though. That's actually probably pretty average for my weight, at least for somebody who goes to the gym a lot. But it's almost a plate in each hand. But till then, we are demolishing the triceps though already. I can feel it. I think we might only get like one tricep exercise in today because of how hard we went on bench press, which does work your triceps, funny enough. Extending your arm out, that's what it does. That's what the muscle do. So makes sense that it would be a little strained. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Ah. All right. Easiest exercise ever. That's a joke, but it is pretty easy. So smart I can kind of talk while I do it. Might be a little too heavy actually. Usually I do these by themselves without the shoulder press, so maybe I actually have to go down and wait to rep this out. Makes sense. It's a good exercise though. A good shoulder exercise to do by itself. Just get that right angle. Also, Drake? Listening to Drake is such a red flag, bro. Come on. Sound off if you're with me. Also, it's just not workout music. It's not gym music, in my opinion. It never was. Basically cardio for the reps I was doing. Jesus. Too easy. Don't worry about it. You can walk in front, whatever works. Shoulders are tired, especially after doing shoulder press. But usually, this is the only shoulder exercise I do. So going into doing this after kind of like maxing out my shoulder press capabilities, it's a swift kick in the pants, because we're kind of, this motion, the way I do it is similar to shoulder press. You know, where my elbow's going kind of like above my head. Not really, but like that's what I'm trying to do. That's the visualization you're shooting for, is your elbow going up, right? Because that's what your shoulder does. It's that motion, right? And the way I do it is that it's not like a straight up and down line. You kind of want to go a little in front as well to target the front part of your shoulder, just a little more than everything else, because the shoulder press targets the whole shoulder, and you get your rear delts when you do rows. So you don't really have to focus on them too heavily anywhere else. You don't really have to focus on your rear delts too heavily on shoulder day, because they're not really used as much in shoulder motions as they are in back motion. But that front part of the shoulder, crucial for the physique, crucial for strength. So that's why when we go up, we go just kind of like an arc towards the head almost. And I touch it so I know that I'm activating the muscle the whole time. That pump is insane, dude. It almost feels gross. The shoulder pump today is gross. And I've got the compression shirt under here just so I can, I don't know, it helps with the mind-muscle connection for me personally, but there's literally no other reason to wear it. You know, it's just like, oh, it's there, whoa. Maybe one day I'll fill out my normal shirts enough that I won't need to do this trick. Yeah, I think I kind of exploded my triceps a little too much. We might only be able to do like a pull down, which is fine by me. I exhausted a lot of energy on that first set, and we're still gonna hit the muscle, just not as hard as we usually do. And instead of doing 2 sets, heavy till failure, we'll do 3 sets. Should be easy. After starting to do this exercise, the clicking in my shoulders that happens, it doesn't hurt or anything. It's just like it's just a sound of, I think, the tendon or something being too tight in there. It has slowly been being phased out in every single one of my movements. And once I started doing this, at least, which is just great. Should be good. All right, 72.5 pounds. Should I try the 80? No. We'll save that for tricep day. 3 sets of these, and then we're done for the day. I'm just gonna crank them out, not talk too much. I'm kind of in the, I'm a little tired mode right now. I'd hit the 80s though. That was crazy. That's pretty cool. Ooh, sorry if the angle on that was terrible. My bad, I didn't notice. Oh yeah. This is good, but it's shoulder day, so that means the shoulder pose. The arms are tired. That was a good day. Hit the max that I knew I could hit with assistance, but I still did it. Nonetheless. Soon it'll be my rep weight, you just watch. And by soon, I mean like pretty soon, you know? Like give me 2 chest days and I'll be getting the 80s up on my own. Until then though, I still hit it, and it is my current max. It won't be for long. All right, still can't do a vacuum. I'm gonna have to practice that. I'll have to look up how to practice that. Question of the day, can you do a vacuum? Apparently it's like genetics can play a big part in people who are able to do it. But I looked up somewhere that if you practice enough, just about anybody can mimic it in one way or another. So we'll see how I can mimic it. Tomorrow is back day. And we're gonna hit core before we even do the back day. It'll be great. The physique update is that it's looking pretty solid. The lat spread is not something I know how to do yet, but we're getting there. So be there tomorrow. Don't be late. I'm excited. I don't think we're gonna go up on our pull-up weight because I can't do a lot of reps of it yet, but I think I'm gonna try and get a lot of reps with it. That's my goal tomorrow, is for pull-ups to get like 8 reps with the 55-pound weight. We'll see. I believe I can do it. Anyways, thanks for being here, guys. Love all of y'all. And we're almost at 1,000. I'm excited. You should be too. It's a huge milestone. I am super tired. I demolished my arms. I'll see you guys. Go to the gym. Freaking kill it. Don't be a slouch. Don't be a lazy slime ball. Go get out there and be an active slime ball. I believe in you. Bye-bye.